Elements, compounds, and mixtures. Elements are pure substances that consists of only one type of atom. This is an example of an element which exists as individual or single atoms. And atoms are in the of the elements are represented by a symbol, and the symbol consists of one or two letters. When it's two letters, the first letter is always an uppercase letter, and the second one is a lowercase letter. Elements can also exist as a molecule, and a molecule here when two of the same type of atom are combined together to give you a molecule or diatomic elements. Examples of these diatomic elements are chlorine, oxygen, and hydrogen. Compounds are formed when two or more different atoms are chemically combined. They are formed in a chemical reaction. And for compounds, they are represented by a chemical formula or by a formula which gives you the exact number of atoms in the compound. For example, here carbon dioxide, which is one atom of carbon, two of oxygen, and water, which is two hydrogens and one oxygen. This is another example of a compound which is formed of two different atoms which are chemically combined, and this an example of this is iron sulfide. The compound, because they are chemically combined, they cannot be separated. The different component or the different atoms in the compound cannot be separated by physical processes like filtration, distillation, and so on. And because the compound comes from a chemical combination of different atoms, the properties of the compound is different from the properties of the different atoms forming the compound. So if we have something like iron sulfide, which comes from the combination or the reaction between iron and sulfur, we can find that iron is a metal and iron itself is magnetic. However, the compound that has been formed, which is the iron sulfide, is non-magnetic. Mixtures are formed when two or more different elements or compounds are mixed together. They are not chemically combined, they are just together in the same place, and this is called a mixture. This is an example of a mixture of a compound and an element, and this is an example of a mixture of three different elements. Some of them are diatomic and some of them are single atomic. Example of a mixture is air, which is a mixture of different gases like carbon dioxide, water, nitrogen, oxygen, and argon. Because mixtures are not chemically combined, the component of a mixture is not chemically combined, the different components will keep their physical and chemical properties, and the properties of the mixture itself will be a mix of the properties of the different components. And because they are not chemically combined, they can be separated by physical processes.